group of guys.
Here's what's going to happen. I'm gonna read this.
Bro, what is this? Does it say Super 16? Definitely like 100% shot on film, guys. This is absolutely not a digital rendition. All right, definitely looks like real film grain.
And you're gonna... They took from their surroundings what was needed and made of it something more.
Okay. All right, so we definitely have some super cryptic foreshadowing.
And when you look at the addresses on these things, we have a lot of apartments, a lot of residences, but these are not the bulk orders to OEMs or retail giants. These are the quiet basement hackers. Yeah, hacker wannabes testing their dad's own motherboards.
Okay, so they're running a company from home by the looks of it. Something most likely science-oriented. They're talking about Tesla coils. But while at the same time, they're just saying that they're delivering whatever they're actually making in their garage, they said, to just hacker wannabes, nobodies, basically. They're kind of complaining about the fact that no giant company would like to buy whatever they are making. All right. It seems like it, at least, right? So they're all working together. I'm guessing the two people that are actually sitting down in the with the ties, they're probably the bosses, maybe.
But if it's my turn, if we're still playing by the rules, then this is what I want to try.
Here, take it. They said it wouldn't hold.
No, really.
Oh, Robert, please. It's okay.
Amoeba is a company?
Go back to them.
No,
that's not
look,
what he's
that's what
doing.
this is, okay? That's the whole difference. That's what the box is. See, this way we don't have to play the game where we're going back and forth, coming up with new and innovative ways to make the
box.
thing colder and generally, and see, by bombarding these edges,
Look,
I'll
what
be
he's
able
saying
to-
is these guys, they're dropping the ceramic, the temperature lower and lower.
This sounds like physics.
Makes the ceramic less resistant, knocks out the interior
Knocks
magnetic
out?
field.
Exactly.
Exactly. What
Like physics and chemistry.
he's saying
What
is
I'm
that
saying is, what? Is that going to be a problem?
there's plenty lying around at work, but they're all barcoded, so.
Well, if I have to buy the kids, I'll buy the kids.
What are you doing about this?
Okay, so they're moonlighting, basically. They all work at some facility, and they have hopes and dreams of doing something, behind the backs of upper management, most likely.
What?
Yeah, they used a pencil. Right, a normal wooden pencil.
There's a little bit more than that.
Just seems like Philip takes the Nasser out almost every time.
So palladium, right?
Do you have their
It was palladium and platinum. It was basically like equal parts.
diagram, eh? What does it say?
Well, they used the ratio. Would you jiggle the,
Call it that?
and
Yeah.
flip the,
Robert did it.
well, yes. Yeah, I guess, well, then which is cheaper?
You're not gonna buy it, are you?
Well,
Bro, what are they making? Guys, what is this? I'm not sure they should be doing this in their garage. I understand there are people like this that absolutely exist, right? I definitely appreciate the fact that they're not dumbing things down. I want to go ahead and point this out as of right now. This isn't normal. I think for the best of generally everything we encounter, they have to be kind of dumbed down so it doesn't like offend people's mental state. It's the reason why Mr. Beast is so popular. Like you can watch his content, and honestly, never at one time be like, what does that mean? Never, right? But all right, let's go.
unless you got a few grand.
No, there are a couple of other people, but generally the most successful people that you will find in general are successful because they have completely sold themselves out to who they are, and they have dumbed their self down for the masses. Think about Marilyn Monroe.
There's palladium laying around.
It's fine. Just remember to put it back, okay? Your emissions
What
are
are
up
we?
like 300%.
Platinum,
Is there
I'm
enough
guessing?
in here?
Yeah, it should be. If not, we'll pull the one out of my truck. Okay.
Yeah, there's probably not I mean, I have no idea how much you're trying to get, but the average catalytic converter is going to have roughly 3 to 7 grams of platinum inside of it. I have no idea how much you need, but continue.
Copper tubing.
The copper tubing is going to be easy. As of right now, this movie's kind of feeling like it's like young millionaires, if that makes any sense. Like if you've ever encountered a movie with like a come up story, if that makes any sense. It feels kind of like that's what we're encountering. We're seeing them on the ground doing something, and then eventually they'll be like super wealthy, right? From the fruits of their own very specific labor.
Out here. Here, grab a mask, okay?
Bro, why wouldn't you like line the whole wall? Because drywall is porous. If you're so worried about someone coming out there not, masked up, why are you doing it like this? Whatever you're doing. Something about venture capital. They're trying to get funded, by the sounds of it, for something. Are they playing with gravity, guys? Yeah. It looks like they may be playing with gravity. What does it feel like? I don't know. They put like the shavings of paper on top of it, and they seem to be floating. It seems like they're messing with gravity. But all right.
Okay, drop it. I don't know of anything that's not going to leave a gap in the field.
The
But we gotta see
field.
what's going on in there?
How much did that cost?
The gravitational field?
Yeah. What?
What are they doing, guys?
You want to put my camcorder inside the...
Are they trying to like generate a black hole or a white hole?
Just we can't look into it.
The box is so dangerous we can't
Something
look into
happens.
it.
Would you pay me back?
So we have
Amoeba
a
devices.
Slightly negative pressure in the...
Just the plate first, right?
Right. First just the plate, then we'll...
Okay.
Yeah, I don't like that sound, bro. It sounds like heavy magnets.
Let's just give it a second.
Well, I guess it did mention like a superconductor earlier too. Okay, so they're lowering the mass of an object.
You want to do the box now?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're in fact changing the gravity that's surrounding said object. I don't like it. Why would you just be standing there?
Okay, I didn't do that.
Wait.
I don't know. I'm turning it off. Wait. No, it's not my camera. I'm not buying...
It moved. Guys, see, the object obviously shifted. I'm not sure if there's anything like metallic in it. I'm just trying to understand exactly what's exactly happening here, guys. But the object, in fact, moved inside of it. There was a lot of shaking, but something moved. And you can see that based on the scene there to there, right? Something, in fact, moved. There was also like a massive degradation in the quality of the visual itself also. But in fact, like, look at how crazy this, what looks to be ping pong table is actually shaking. The camera could have moved.
Oh, yeah, I'm hungry. What? Hey.
But what's going on here? Like, in fact, what is going on?
Well, yeah, whatever. It's not like a volt and a half more than we're putting in. I mean, it's probably the batteries. If they're cheap batteries, probably not regulated right. It is weird, though. You want to see something weirder?
Yes.
Let's do this again. 2 batteries, right? 24 volts.
Right.
What are we pulling out of this one? Just for fun.
12 and 12?
12 volts.
What?
How about this one?
Should be 12 volts.
Okay. What the what? What is happening here? Okay. All right. Right. Okay. So how are you getting more than you're putting into it? Maybe like an alternator? I'm trying to understand here, guys. Exactly how are they getting more energy or output from said energy than they're actually putting? That does not make any sense, guys. And then obviously it's a 12 volt, basically, a car battery. You should definitely be getting 24 if you daisy chained it, guys, right? Ah. Yeah, I'm shaking because I don't understand what's happening. Are you just pulling it from the universe, bro? Like, did you somehow get some type of wireless energy? I mean, you did mention the Tesla coil earlier, so now, was that like some foreshadowing to this event here? Are you wirelessly powering something right now, bro? Where's the power coming from? What does this device do? What's the purpose of this device? It seems to be pretty much heavily physics oriented. It feels like it's gravity or something oriented. How are you powering this device? Now, it still has its power. Are they creating, again, maybe they're creating like something black hole oriented more so. Kind of like I kind of theorized a little earlier. And the reason why I'm saying this is because, when you're around somewhat of a black hole, or let's say the event horizon of the singularity that's shrouding the black hole, time itself should go really, really, really slow, theoretically, because it affects time-space that drastically, right? So maybe it just hasn't disconnected yet because they've created somewhat of a gravity well, a disturbance, a temporal paradox of sorts, guys. Let's go. Let's do
What
this.
the hell is this thing?
No idea.
It doesn't stay like that.
No, I mean, it winds down in a few minutes. What does that?
It winds down in a few minutes. I think that they are creating an artificial singularity. They created one.
I don't know.
It winds down in a few minutes.
For bugs or something.
Yeah, definitely they're messing with time space.
Should just be there too, anyways. I mean, unless you want to bring them
No,
in.
no, it's. I mean, they have their work.
I'm not sure how valuable that actually could be, guys, but
I don't know. I'll tell him something. I'll tell him anymore.
Abe had taken on the task of quantifying and explaining the device. But as weeks became months, their enthusiasm became a slow realization that they were out of their depth.
yeah, guys, I have no idea what the application for this device could be based off what we're encountering. I have no idea. It seems like they're messing with space time. They're having the ability to kind of alter mass, the mass of the object that in fact is not really changing that much, or the gravity around said object could be changing, which is then affecting the mass. There are a lot of applications for that. Actually, wait a second, hold on. But that object would have to. But the question is that yeah, the mass of the object itself changes, meaning the effect on gravity that it actually has based off the mass that's surrounding it. But will that object's mass stay in its lowered state if it was removed from the box? Though I think that would be my question. The concept of like transporting objects to make them a lot lighter to still allow them to do the same things even if they were lighter, that is a great idea, right? But yeah, I don't know, guys. I just can't. We're still early in the movie, so hopefully they just explain it.
You were in design, weren't you?
Yeah.
How'd you get over here?
You know what they do with engineers when they turn 40? They take them out and shoot them.
Is that like the same joke?
I want you to believe it.
Believe what? The protein? I believe you.
Okay, look. This guy already thinks it's a joke, okay? So he may be a little defensive.
Really? Why would he think?
Guys, I've never heard that joke about engineers, but I can only imagine. Think about this here. You came up on a very specific technology set, and now these new kids, they're coming up with the new stuff, right? Your knowledge can easily get outpaced fast, specifically in this type of field, guys. Your knowledge is completely worthless in 10 years. So I can only imagine. Unfortunately, that's exactly how it happens.
Later it would accumulate. He says it would take about 5 to 6 years.
Okay.
I don't want to belittle this guy.
Exactly. So I said, put my watch in there.
And?
I want you to do it.
Where's it? The box?
I took it back to the shop.
Oh, okay. I was wondering, like, how is this tying into anything? All right, so there's a literal effect, like a physical effect on the object that is being placed into that box.
Digital?
Okay.
Or old mechanical?
Exactly. I did both. Mass, it's not.
22 hours.
It's around 1300.
27 minutes in the box.
It's odd. It's an odd number.
How many minutes is that? That's 1347 minutes. Okay.
The Feynman diagram. The Feynman diagram basically talks about the concept of electrons and positrons basically annihilating each other and then creating pairs of protons. So, oh God, guys, what is this movie? You put something in the box gets moldy. They're messing with time space, guys. 100%. This is what's happening here. That box, the closer it gets to the singularity that's being actually created, they turn it on. They give it some power. The singularity basically charges and is created for the amount of time that the box is on itself. But how long is it? Who knows, right? I'm guessing if you take the lining off the box itself, or you put something, I don't know, guys. Wait a second, I do know. No, I don't know. I'm very confused, guys. I'm trying to make this make sense in my head, and I'm really having a hard time doing this because it's just too much coming at me too fast, guys. All right. The Feynman diagram is, what does that have to do with what we're encountering here? We know, obviously, they're messing with space-time. We know that. They're just creating temporal paradoxes, time travel. That's what's happening here. Well, not time travel itself, but that singularity that's being created is messing with the time space, and the object they're putting right into basically the singularity itself is experiencing time at a much slower rate than anything else is. Right? And that would be the concept of the concept of time travel, but going forward more so, right? And that's exactly what's actually happening. If we just physics it out, that's what's happening in this movie, I think. And that's what's happening to the objects that are being put into this box here. They're being physically affected. You're finding all these mold spores. It's the exact thing that happens when you're in a cold, dark place for a really, really, really long time. But now we just need to find out exactly how long it actually is, guys. If that makes any sense, right?
Okay, let's take a look at this. Yeah, 22 hours, 14 minutes.
In that short amount of time.
34
Well,
minutes.
time, in fact, is relative, obviously. What we experience time as is one thing. What that object that's closer to the singularity is experiencing is completely the opposite. Hence the reason why they just put that in a box for like probably 2 seconds or so. If we say 2 seconds equals 22 hours, oh, wow. Guys, that sounds crazy.
Can enter at the B end, exit at the A end before it flips back.
You're talking about making a bigger one. You're talking about making a bigger one.
I didn't.
If you could do that, then you figured out time travel. Like, if you could do that, you figured out how to go forward and backwards. Going forward is one thing. We can have that conversation. Going backwards is another thing, and I'm not sure I'm ready for that conversation. And specifically trying to move something like a human or something like a cow or something like a bull, right? You get what I'm saying here? I'm not sure you could. I don't understand how that could even function. But you know what? Okay.
Say anything. Makes sense. What I was gonna say though is we need to find some place where we can put it, turn it on. No, safer than a closet. Someplace where someone's not gonna go poking around and messing with it.
And climate control.
Where are you at right now?
Yeah. So whatever, we'll find some place. Where's that, eh?
Okay. Why are there two Abes? Why are there two Abes? I'm just, we can just go back to the first scene, I think, probably. Maybe not the first scene itself, but the scene after they tested the object the first time, let's say, the device, and they lifted it up, right? They lifted it up, and then all of a sudden the scene shifts, and it's a brand new day. And I had to kind of do a double take, right? Because it didn't make any real actual sense to me, because it was just like, why are the scenes shifting, right? To show the same person doing two different things in the same time period, let's say, guys, right? One of them gets up, he throws a shoe at the blinds. The other one gets up, doesn't do that. They put the shoes on. One of them does not pick up the phone. One of them does. So we now have two Abes. At what time did they actually do this? Did he do this? He knew what this was. It seems like he knew what this was before Aaron did. Guys. And as soon as I said I don't trust Abe, here we go.
Spent the day in a hotel room in Russellville. Look, I'll just meet you back at the
I
shop.
wonder what I did.
What?
I guess I went back to work.
Yeah, probably.
Probably just worked, I guess.
Yeah, probably so.
So they're just creating duplicates of themselves.
Look, now that I know about this, Abe, don't do this again, okay? Not where it affects me.
I'm not sure you can trust him. I'm not sure you can.
Go ahead.
So, like, if they're making duplicates of themselves, wouldn't they then go do the things that they're normally doing if they're all in the same time space now, right? Where is Abe? Where is Aaron? Where are the other ones at? Because they're not home. They're not at the house. Where are they at? Like, wouldn't they live their normal lives, or would they just be completely fine with throwing away everything that they've once known instantly? I have no idea how people sleep in silence, guys. No idea. There's no noise. Just bugs.
And try to isolate myself.
Wait, what do you mean, isolate?
I mean, I closed the windows, I unplugged everything in the room, the telephone, TV, clock, radio, everything. I didn't want to take the chance of running into someone I knew or seeing something on the news that might, if we're dealing with causality, and I don't even know for sure. You
care about causality, and you're talking about winning the lottery, bro, on purpose?
I just...
What?
It got to a point where it sounded safe to get out, but the stopwatch still showed a couple minutes, so I trusted the map and waited.
hold on. Wait, so they're interacting. No, I am. What is happening? Okay, so they're traveling back in time, but they're not leaving the box itself. They're in the box, but somehow they're not in the box, and they're Okay. Listen, are you new around here, Aaron? I like it. I mean, he's smart. He's savvy, at least. He understands that sometimes you don't really want to put money into a company that's doing terrible things. We get that, Aaron, right? But unfortunately, when you're playing the stock market, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You're there for money, obviously.
That's why you were talking about a mid-cap fund.
Not morals.
High enough to hide us.
You think that's too cautious?
I don't know. I know there's a lot of other stocks out there that do a lot more than double, but it's my first day.
All right, so they got into some day trading, by the looks of it. Be careful. Some brokerages are, they don't like that.
I would ram my fist through the flat of his nose. Just one good punch, one good pow.
That's amazing.
He's that much on your mind, bro.
It's about time.
That is so great.
Where did this come from?
That's
You're
great.
The one that's always defending the guy.
I would only do it, though, if I knew that, no one would find out or get hurt or anything. Like, I wish that there was a
Other than the guy who you just assaulted. Come on, bro.
way that I could do it and go back and tell myself not to. Because I just want to know what it feels like. That's all, really.
I'm so proud.
I wonder what it feels like to assault somebody. Yeah.
My husband.
Babe, they're birds. You don't want a bunch of dead baby birds up there, do you?
They don't sound like birds.
What? All right, so we've made it. How far are we into the movie? So we've made it about 45 minutes into the movie, and we've not heard anything like this at all. There's been no commentary about the fact that there are pests everywhere or anything. What's in the attic? Where are the other people at? All right? Where are the other people? And the reason why I'm asking this is because it doesn't make any sense for someone to just, in terms of like writing scripts, right? It doesn't make any sense for that piece of information to be added to a script if it's irrelevant. So it's relevant. Where are the other people? Where's the other one of him? And where's the other one of him? We now know that there are two of them. And honestly, probably three of him. There are probably three of him and two of him. I think that's where we are right now. Okay? So where is the other one of him? Are they in the attic, guys?
I think there are rats in the attic.
But the idea had been spoken. No possible real-world application. No advantage at all to be gained from it.
Kroger.
The idea stayed.
Because this is definitely early 2000s.
How would you...
What's wrong with him? Okay, hold on, guys. I want to change my opinion, if I'm allowed to. All right. So initially, I'm just like, oh no, this guy's a little weird, guys. Right? I think it's him. Like, I like the fact that he was extremely methodical in basically everything he was doing in terms of his business, but there's something odd about him now, guys. Because thinking about that last scene here with the rats, right, or it's just birds. Why would you say that? Like, why would you not try to stop the fact that there are birds in your attic? So I'm going to go ahead and guess that most likely he is in his attic. He himself is in the attic, the original he. And the fact that he's that this guy here is so nonchalant, I think we're kind of encountering like a, what am I trying to say here? Like the old switcheroo, guys. We need to most likely get a twist, and I'm gonna go ahead and guess and forecast that that's probably going to be what we're going to be encountering, guys. All right, just the feeling I'm getting, because the way he responded about the birds and the rats, I didn't like that whole thing. Then he gets to the gas station here. He's talking about paradoxes. What happens if you deleted someone? What happens if you delete yourself? Right, you're double. What happens?
Years. They can have the equipment, the garage, they can have my truck if that makes you feel better, okay? I am not telling them a thing about this. We're not.
That was not his attitude before, guys. It wasn't. That's not how he was dealing with his silent partners. That's not how he was dealing at all with them. All right. I don't think that he just one day woke up and just became selfish. It's almost like they flipped positions, guys. If that makes any sense here. They flipped positions. He's the new him, and he's the new him.
What is this? Josh, it's on your ear. Your ear's bleeding, man. Give me that, I got
Side effects.
Is that normal? This isn't normal. For the machine? No, for people. What, you think it's the machine? I got it.
Is it happening to him? Or is it only happening to him? Because, bro, you're about to... Are they in Dallas? Wait a second. Is this Dallas? Yeah, I don't know. Maybe. This looks like Dallas. All right, anyway, so is it only happening to him? If it is, this guy's fake. I'm telling you. You're confirming me, bro. If I don't see it happening to him, I think he's probably the original. And the fact that it's happening to him is because you are in this place, on this parallel universe, whatever we are right now, and you're not supposed to be. Where's the real one at? Where'd he go? Is he in the attic? Give him to me now. Bring him back. Bring the real Aaron back. Make Aaron great again, guys. Because if it's not happening to this guy, I highly doubt that this guy's real. Because why would it happen to him? And not him. That doesn't make any sense. Those old 360p VGA outputs, if that, 144.
Great. Can actually get some work.
Two guys that come and get a room for 6 hours every day. Did you unplug this? You brought your cell phone?
You breaking the rules, bro?
Can I check the caller ID?
Is that his car? Abe's car? Is that a Nissan Maxima GLE? Is that what that is? Either that or a Camry.
What? What? We're supposed to win this by 2. They just turned over with 12 on the clock.
We have to foul.
No.
No, we have to foul.
What? No, we foul here. Man, are you hungry? I haven't eaten since later this afternoon.
He's eating right now.
What's up, you guys?
I haven't eaten. Wait, I haven't eaten since later this afternoon. Is that what he said? Yeah, this is Texas. So we can go ahead and guess Dallas, or maybe just Dallas Fort Worth area in general.
No, not me. Felt more like a nap. I think my body's getting used to these 36-hour days. What's going on?
Well, we can do this, but we have to do it now.
Bro, how many doubles and triples and quadruples are they creating? All right, 36-hour days, and the reason why they're obviously 36 hours is because they're extending all of their days. Every single day they're doing this, apparently. I mean, they should be extremely well off financially by now. But all right.
I'm almost positive this afternoon he was clean shaven. In fact, I know he was. He was ready to go to some function with his wife.
Okay.
It looks like he's got like a 2 or 3 day growth now.
Oh, wait. Are you sure?
No, I'm not sure, but I think so.
Bro, how did you see that so clearly at night?
Hey, Rachel. Hey, this is Abe. Did I wake you up? I just want box you used. You built the one for you, right? Just the one.
Yeah, how many do you think I made?
One of the times when I went into the storage facility, the Abe, I think it was Abe, maybe an Abe. Oh no, one of the guys completely forgot, apparently, which one they were trying to open. And I think it was made obvious by he checked the first one and it didn't work, and then the second one it worked. So I'm guessing there has to be one of them built another one, okay, based off of pretty much that right there, because I'm not sure that he would have forgotten which one to walk into, right? Specifically, if it's this important, he would have known. And right before he chose the correct one, he chose the wrong one. Or the wrong one, so we think, at least. Because now I don't trust anything that I'm seeing. I'm just going to be honest. Every single thing is now in question.
These couldn't have been much. We didn't have any contact with him in the 3 hours you could have done anything.
I know we changed this. I know we weren't having this conversation the first time through. So you don't know what we lost.
Really could not have been much.
But how did he get into the machine? How does he know about it?
Matter how much. It just matters that it's cheap.
Past the room that contained their machines, and up 2 levels, he made his way to another room, where he had stored what I will refer to from here on as the Failsafe machine.
Guys, okay. So he forgot what floor he was on, basically. He has done this so many times. All right. That explains exactly, what I was kind of pointing out a little while ago here. 3 days. Okay. This was the start of the movie. It was basically a scene that made no sense in the beginning.
Friends for a long time and built up trust and that whole thing. But how about this instead? You did your work this afternoon. And promise to do the few small things I asked. I will in return.
Okay. All right. So they both are doing this. They both are doing this, guys. They both have been doing this, apparently. They were not to be, neither of them were to be trusted, honestly. No one could be trusted with this type of technology, to be honest, right? Because I do think everyone will try to do something similar to this, right? So apparently the narration that I thought that was just narration was really not narration. It was him talking to himself from the future, to kind of give him all the things to kind of say, because he does not in fact belong, right? The first time we actually encountered him wearing one of these were somewhere around the 20-minute mark. They were basically talking about the fungus. So that means, like, from the beginning, from the start of this, I think they were standing in like the hallway or something like that. They were standing in like a hallway talking to each other, one side of the room, on 2 sides of the hallway. And I'm guessing he was also being fed all types of information from himself in the future. Guys, in fact, he is the bad guy. Okay, he's the bad guy. I think, at first he started the good guy. He was, in fact, the good guy. But, let's continue.
And Aaron would describe how simple things become when you know precisely what someone will have for breakfast, even in a world of tamper-proof lids.
Wow. Okay. So he was definitely, again, all right, the attic. Exactly. There would have been no reason to point out the attic at all. 0 reasons. If it didn't have any type of importance. So that made sense. And that's how he did it.
And that's where I would have entered this. So I left. He had already performed the task as I had intended to.
and this is why and how Aaron like stepped into the dark side. Apparently, there was a whole lot of things happening behind the scenes here that they were just not enlightening us about.
Of recording the conversations of the day. Just
This is track 3. Abe is bringing my car around, and I'm on my way to the court. I'll see Will there. I'll invite him to the park.
Oh, that handwriting is abysmal. I'm guessing this may be a side effect from another one of the side effects from time traveling is like why I'm not sure you would be an adult and write like that. You write like a child right now, bro. So
It's ugly, Aaron. At least you got your golf game, right? I see you were practicing. Come out here with your $3 tie and think you play white ball. Don't worry, I'm not gonna tell anyone.
What are you doing tonight?
Hey, what are you doing tonight?
time is not. Listen, what should be happening is absolutely not happening. You guys are messing with the timeline.
Supposed to be in Raleigh, but thanks to you guys, I missed my flight.
You know Robert?
No, he didn't.
Never fires, not even when you rushed him.
No, he didn't the time I wasn't there. He didn't the time I was when I rushed him. And, you know, from Robert tells you he didn't do it tonight. He doesn't have the nerve. I mean, the guy, we know everything, okay? We're prescient.
This is getting incredibly confusing, guys.
We can still be careful. Maybe we can get to the gun without him knowing.
They did mention sometime earlier in the movie that there was something that did happen at a party. But the timelines are getting so just like, I don't even know what this is. I am thoroughly confused.
We definitely can. I mean, he leaves it in the truck.
Like, I hear them talking, guys. like seriously, I hear them talking, but I'm just like, I don't know if my brain can handle it anymore, guys.
Before he goes in. I mean, we don't even need to, but if it makes you feel better,
What's wrong with our hands?
Most likely another side effect, guys.
why can't we ride like normal people?
You're not gonna be able to watch them forever. The box Abe is building won't work. He's got it wired wrong. And if they fix that, I'll start actually taking pieces out of it. It's just a gimmick. It doesn't work anymore. And your double will say they have to move on to something else, and I will agree. They're friends.
You're staying. Why?
Yeah, I don't think so.
Why? Let's see. Why would Abe stay? What possible reason could there be to be here? That it just won't go back far enough, will it? Tell you what, why don't you take Karen and Lauren and put them in the box, and then you and Aaron can each keep a set, and you'll both have families, and you can stop feeding off it.
Don't come back.
You can each keep a set and a hemisphere.
And I don't think there's ever been any reason for me to show you what I'm capable of. But don't come back here. And don't come near them. Any of them.
Now I have repaid any debt I may have owed you. You know all that I know. You will not be contacted by me again.
Good morning.
You will not find me.
This was an incredibly confusing movie. Incredibly confusing. And I mean, like, specifically towards the end, I think it probably got the most confusing of it all. Like, once we got to the movie, not the movie, the party scene, yeah, I don't know what was going on, guys. Like, I no idea. Maybe there were some clues that I missed throughout the movie. I mean, could be, guys. If so, it wasn't an obvious clue, or not saying that it needs to be obvious, because I definitely will say the earpiece thing that he was wearing was extremely obvious. Because in my head, I'm just like, bro, why is he wearing that? It doesn't make any sense, right? Then to come to find out that it makes all the sense in the world, because the whole thing was a lie, right? Like, trying to find out and figure out actually which part of the movie was true, who and where are the originals, is going to have to take a rewatch, guys. This is 100% like mandatory rewatch of this movie, guys. Completely. But I would say, though, extremely plausible, right? We can theorize about time travel and things like that all day long, and everything that we will encounter is going to be extremely fantastical, obviously, right? But I think that this would be the most logically sound way to time travel, period. I would say, right? Everything science, it feels like it's scienced out fine, right? I mean, you didn't go against any type of laws, not like that, right? So I think everything can probably math out that these things are somewhat plausible. I'm not sure how we would kind of get power for this unless we can figure out how to, I don't know, build like a ZPM or something, like a 0-point module that pulls energy from different universe type of thing. But other than that, guys, I don't have any idea how they did this. And it's like the back and the front of my head hurts. like the back and the front. It's just like, bro, what did I encounter? So trying to figure out exactly when this was filmed, I'm going to go ahead and say it was probably filmed in the early 2000s based off of, obviously, everything we encountered. I'm going to go ahead and say this was probably like an extremely low-budget movie. But I would say that this probably breaks all the rules in terms of like cinematography, though. It breaks every single rule. But they did it in a way that is extremely appealing to encounter. This is 100% rewatch and not have any issues, with saying that, guys, at all. I do think that the overall shot list and storyboarding of it was it was very good. They worked with whatever they could work with. Again, I have no idea what the budget was, but I know that it was low. And I think that may be the best part about this film, right? I think that if it was filmed with, like, I don't know, Reds and Aries, even in this time, it may have taken away from or even Panavision, it would have taken away from the story some, right? And what I mean by it breaks a lot of rules, I mean a lot of, like, gigantic budget, like, camera packages where they're like, hey, listen, give me $500,000 for a month's rental type of thing. It relies a lot on the visual beauty of a thing, right? This movie relied exclusively on the story and the science, right? I think that probably gives this movie a lot more points than another movie would if they were trying to kind of duplicate what we just encountered. So I will say that, so this is obviously an amazing movie to encounter because, again, the story is just so crazy, nothing else mattered, right? And I find that interesting. And that's hard for me to say. I want you to know this, guys. It's hard for me to say because I'm such like a visual person, but the story is so brilliant that bro, it's fine, bro. Shoot it on a Super 16. 100% it's a Super 16. It became pretty obvious. Well, it was super obvious in the beginning, guys, right? But because of the film grain patterns, they look real. It looks like it was literally filmed on film and not like a digital hard drive, right? Not like one of these monstrosities, right? That all these modern cameras are filming on. But yeah, it was definitely filmed on film, 100%. Film grain looks like film. It looks real, looks realistic. But only one thing that I could have probably said needs some work was audio. I think audio needed to be kind of brought up a little bit. But again, I'm not sure what the budget was. But it was great, guys, throughout. Literally, seriously. But all right, listen, you guys all have an absolutely amazing day. And if you guys would like to see the full-length reaction, it is on Patreon at the second tier. Oh, I need to take like an aspirin or something. This was a very brainy, heady movie, guys. All right, no complaints.